We are just getting started here for Green Lobby. Same thing, 50 minutes. Let's see how many cars we got in this one. Sec here. It's the same for this one. Get our stuff turned on. Oops. Yep. Alright, 9 drivers in this one. We are ready to roll here with Butterbean out in the front. He's in that Lamborghini. Monkey in the second position in his Genesis. Butterbean in the Citroen in the third, or not Butterbean. Fuller in the third position in his Citroen. Jacob in the Citroen as well in the fourth spot. Row number 3 is going to be made up of C. Fuller or Yoda in the Corvette. And Mac Daddy or Hunted Steel in, I want to say he is in the Lambo? Yeah, in the Lambo. Mick Lamb back here in the Nissan. You got Takumi or VMR in the 8th position. He is in the Nissan as well. And rounding out your field is going to be the Corvette of Crash and Chris. So another Corvette here. He was in the wrong lobby. Him and C. Fuller were in the wrong lobby here. All those Corvettes. We need to, like I say, I think we could almost run a full lobby of Corvettes. Anyways, we are getting ready to roll here. 9 cars, 50 minutes on the clock. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. So you see it, Butterbean going to be the first one out. Oh, it looks like maybe VMR. No, who is that? Oh, McLam didn't get off the line. Oh my gosh, these guys are... See him, 4 and 5 wide. A little bit of a bump there from Monkey. He's out in the grass. Monkey backs off and lets him by. And you see it here. We are 3 wide going down into turn number 3. Man, those top 6 cars all on top of each other. 6, 5, 6, 7 cars actually. This thing is tight up at the beginning. We're right along with Butterbean. Yoda did get out to the lead. Butterbean in the 3rd position. Fuller, so the father-son team going to be the 1-2 in this race. Takumi in the 4th spot here in the Nissan. Great start by him. Monkey in the 5th spot. Jacob in 6th. Mac Daddy in 7th. Crash and Chris in 8th. And Mick Lamb in 9th. So, and you see it here. Dad going to threaten the kid here in just a second. Doesn't look like he's got enough to get anything done. And you can see it here. Great start by these guys. What a first lap we're going to see here. And there you go. Yoda going to lead that first lap. Or C. Fuller. Looks like Monkey's going to take a look here at Takumi down into 1. Not going to have enough to get done. Oh, Takumi too deep into the corner. Monkey going to have enough to get it done. Jacob's going to follow through as well as Mac Daddy into that 6th spot. So VMR going to drop back to the 8th position after that mistake. See here, Butterbean going to take a look at Fuller. Is he going to have enough to get this thing done? Monkey closing in as well. So your top 4 is still pretty close. Yoda actually has opened it up just a little bit. So we'll see if he can hold on to this thing. Still a lot of race to go. As we're only on lap number 2. We'll see our first pit stops about lap 6 to 9 area. Looks like I think 7 was the main one last time. Heh. Thanks, Jason. Might help if I unmute myself. Man, I'm beat from this weekend, so I apologize about that. It was a long weekend. Monkey with your fast lap so far, 1:12.325 after 4 laps completed. You see these top 4 here. We're 5 laps in now, and we are still pretty much nose to tail for your top 5. Yoda got a little bit of a lead though, as Monkey. Oh, and Butterbean sends him into the Shadow Realm. I'm not even mad. I'm gonna talk shit, but I'm not really mad about it. You see Butterbean pull it back and waiting for him to come back on track after that. And I'll be honest, for all of you watching this, that right there, if you watched how that just happened, let me go back. Sorry, Butterbean, I'm gonna kind of call you out for a second. So if you watch, way too late in. He said he was dozing, whatever. But he stops right here. He lets me back on track, and right there, that is why I did not report this. If he had continued on, totally would have reported it. But for me, I'm not going to report that. He gave the spot back. I know it wasn't intentional. So, we move forward with no report on that one. And you see he's trying to come back here. In that, though, Jacob and Mac Daddy did get around for the 3rd and 4th positions. As we see Monkey and Butterbean side by side, these two fighting this thing out. They're not done yet. And it's funny because I can say I wasn't even mad right here. Like, I wasn't even pissed when it happened. Like I say, he pulled over and let me back by, so bygones be bygones. And I'm running with my flashers on again. Imagine that. No, you're not going crazy. It's just me. I'm going crazy. They say, anybody who didn't know, I have my son, my youngest actually graduated this weekend. Will be the final graduation that I have to deal with for my kids. And honestly, for my kiddos, it was, 5-6 years ago, we didn't know if we'd get to this point. So he did a great job, got his schooling finished up. And there you go, you can see Monkey gets back around Butterbean. These two not done yet. They're going to fight this thing out to the end. Monkey's just running around with his flashers on, Typical Monkey style. And there you go. That right there is exactly why I burned the tires off this thing. You can see it right there. Look, we've been battling hard. Look at the tire difference on the bottom left. I think I burned tires a little bit worse. Thank you, sir. It was an exciting one, that's for sure. We had a good time. And there we go, Monkey in the 5th spot. So let's jump back up here. See Fuller. He is under attack from Dad here. The older of the Fullers. Fuller and Yoda's. Oh, and see Fuller off into the grass there. Not sure what happened. That's a weird spot to be in the grass, too. Not sure if he took a slide through one. Not quite enough to let Dad by, but he will continue on. He's right there. He's right on the tail of him for the lead of this race. 6.5 laps into this thing. approaching the 8-minute mark. Plenty of race to go. We'll start seeing pit stops here soon. So we'll stay on board with these two leaders as they come around here. I would imagine we're going to see at least a couple pit stops here on this lap. I imagine I am one of them. Yeah, I am definitely one of them. I always like to say, the tire wear on my car is horrible. The fuel mileage is skeptical. But I love the car, so I continue to drive it. We'll see what I bring next season. Maybe I'll bring out a new car. But I do have the car selection for next season is going to be a little bit different. I won't announce it yet, but keep your eyes out for that one. So we will have a little bit different way of car selection. As what happened to Fuller there? What did I miss? Oh, he's out in the sand. So Dad put the pressure on, or did Dad push him into the sand? We're going to find out right here. Oh, Dad wasn't even close to him. We're not going to blame Dad on this one. So that gives Fuller the lead. Yoda is going to drop to the back. Yoda comes back on track. Almost an unsafe rejoin, but he does leave. There is some room there left. And so we see it. No pit stops yet, but we do have a gaggle of cars here from 2nd to 6th. As Jacob will lead that forward. We'll jump on board with Yoda. He's back in the sand again. Oh no, that's a tough one. He caught up Butterbean as well. Tough race here for Yoda. Great start for him, and just within a matter of like 3 corners has some issues. Gonna drop him back to 7th. Looks like maybe McLam will get around him. For sure lost 5 spots there, so tough start. Fuller with a huge gap right now to the 2nd place driver, Jacob. Jacob didn't have a very good start, but definitely putting it down right now as he's in the 2nd spot, followed closely by Hunted. After Hunted, you got Monkey. Behind Monkey is Butterbean. That's your top 5 there, so we'll stay on board here and see what's going on. Nothing really. Oh, we're side by side. Mac looks to the inside of Jacob. Not quite enough to get it done. The Citroen holds onto that spot. They head onto the front stretch. To finish up lap number 8, is Mac going to have enough? We're going to jump on board Fuller into the pits. Oh, you see Hunted or Mac look to the inside, and he is going to complete that pass on Jacob. So great pass there by brother of Butterbean. Them dirty tires get you? Hell yeah, they will. In this track, because turn 1 and the final turn are really a reverse camber, so once you start leaning, man, it really pulls. And you can see Monkey was all the way down to 0 there, so he ran that fuel down as far as he could. Looks like Monkey went on to the mediums. We'll go through the field here in just a moment after a pit stop cycle. 3 cars yet to pit with Mac Daddy, Jacob, and Takumi still yet to pit. We're on board with Mac as he's being chased by Jacob. Looks like he's got a pretty healthy grasp on that lead right now. We'll see how well he does and see how this cycles through the pit stops. Fuller was your leader at the beginning of the pit stops, so we will see how well he holds on here. I would imagine we're going to see Mac, Jacob, and Takumi in on this lap here, lap number 9. We go on board here with Mac. He will pull it off to the left. He's diving into the pits. Jacob as well into the pits in the 2nd position. And then we will ride along with Takumi here, VMR, as he comes around. That Nissan looks like the Genesis just pushes on those corners. And he is off and into the pits, so now everybody is pit. So let's see where this cycles Fuller. Fuller should have a healthy lead here. He did have a good lead heading into the pit stop, so you see it there. He is going to consume the lead. Mac Daddy with a short stop there, it feels like. He didn't take tires. Fuller took tires and fuel, but he does close it down. So good run by him. Jacob in the 3rd spot. Monkey's going to get around him, though, for that 3rd position. So Monkey into the 3rd spot. Runs a little bit wide. Jacob's going to look to the inside. Is he going to have enough to get it done? Side by side here for these two. And there you see it. Butterbean right on their tail as well. And nose to tail here coming through the middle sector of the track. Oh, and I'm still got my hazards on. Don't worry about me. And there you see it. Good run. Good run through that corner. Third, fourth, and fifth all real tight here. Fuller back out in the lead. Got a healthy lead on. Let's see, looks like about 3 seconds for him. Jacob coming across the line. Jacob's going to be roughly about 6 seconds back of second place, but it is a battle with third, fourth, and fifth here. Sixth not too far back, seventh and eighth with Chris Fuller, C. Fuller, and Mick Lamb all kind of close to the back there. We'll go back up here this battle for third, fourth, and fifth. And we'll see how this one turns out. Your fast lap still Monkey at the 112.325. Nobody's touched that one yet, so we'll see if anybody's able to get to it. Oh, man. I just want to take a nap. Such a long weekend. I'm still burnt, I'm telling you. Jacob running his best lap of the race here. Almost a whole 5/10 up. He'll come around here. Let's see what kind of lap time he puts down. Best 13.254. He goes to a 12.667, so within range of that fast lap. And I don't get why it's yellow like or red like that. Because the 128 would be the in lap. The scoring on this sometimes on the replays is really weird. Let's go ahead and do a look at the liveries we got going this week. Similar to that Asmo livery, but in gold. Oh, red on the other side. Gold and red. With a Fanatec on the top. Some Monkey Mafia, Oakley, and Fanatec down there. The number 13 Citroen got a dual color look to it, so I like that. Good looking car there for Fuller. Mac Daddy on the Lamborghini, got some skulls on that. The number 6 Deadpool on there with the gun. The Deadpool logos on there. Looking good there for the number 6 Lamborghini. Behind that, Jacob in the Citroen. I'm not even going to highlight Jacob anymore. He doesn't change his livery. How boring. You're so boring, Jacob. I'm just kidding. But the good old look number STP, number 96 Citroen there for Jacob. Behind that Monkey, we won't talk about Monkey because he makes these livery wars and then forgets to change his. So he's running the Monkey car instead of his Smoking Skulls car that he had worked out. But you can see it there, a nice green and black look to it. Monkeys all over the place. So it is a good looking car. Behind that, you got Butterbean. Got the red and black Lamborghini. Got some writing up on front of the number of the beast. 666 pickup sticks. And there you see it, run to the hills. The hills have eyes, man. Don't run to the hills. What's the other thing say? Run to the hills as well. Okay. So behind that, Crash and Chris here running the number. No number. He busted out the hockey though. Big hockey fan here. Oh, man. Is that a hockey logo there? I can't tell. The number 22, Chevrolet Corvette sponsored. Oh, Canucks. The Vancouver Canucks. I see it right there. Okay. So good looking blue and green, black, white kind of combo there for Crash and Chris. Behind that, Mick Lamb in the Nissan. Is that the standard? Mick Lamb, are you still running the standard, or is that a aftermarket? I think that's an aftermarket. Just has it looking just like a standard default. Good look though to it. I do like it. The coloring on it's nice. Got nice like purpley blue kind of color shifting. C. Fuller with the mellow yellow number 51 with I haven't quite figured out what the black marking is on it. Still a good looking car there for the number 51 Chevrolet Corvette. Takumi in the VMR in the Nissan here, the orange and black. Got some skeleton skulls just outlined on there. Overall, not a bad look here. I know he's just learning how to do these schemes, so it takes a minute to get used to and get done with, but we are at lap 15 here. We're seeing, let's see, generally everybody between a half and 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Got a pair of softs out front, softs in second, softs in third, mediums in fourth, mediums for Butterbean in fifth, softs for Crash and Chris, McLam on the mediums in seventh, Fuller on the softs in eighth, and Takumi running those mediums up in the ninth spot. Okay, let's see. We are side by side back here. Mac Daddy and Jacob side by. Ooh, almost contact. They're approaching a lap car as well. This is going to get interesting here for your second and third place racers. Little bump there from Jacob. Let's actually jump on board with him for this so we can see that lap car up there. Monkey off in the distance. Nothing he's going to be able to do with this one. Looks like he is got Butterbean right on his tail, but we're going to stay on board here with the second and third battle. Jacob trying to get around Mac Daddy, the Citroen versus Lamborghini. They do have the lap car of VMR, Takumi up in front in the Nissan, so we'll see how they handle that as they come around. We are heading down into turn number one. Just over 30 minutes to go. Lap number 16 we are on. We made 40 laps on the last race, so we'll see how this one turns out. Can these drivers put in the 40 laps as well? Go a little deep in there, Jacob. A little bit of contact. Nothing, no harm, no foul, no damage or anything. I don't think Mac would have picked up any, nope. But Mac Daddy running those old tires, he didn't take the new tires there, and I think that's ultimately what's going to hurt him. Jacob going to get this move done. Oops, wrong way. Mac Daddy into the third position. He's going to look to hold on to that, but he's got a healthy lead over Monkey, as Monkey and Butterbean nose to tail now. Monkey's still running them flashers, man. He's a danger, so I just run the flash. I just run the flashers all the time because I'm a danger. Jump over here. Nothing going to be done there, so we'll ride on board here. Is Butterbean going to have enough to get it done on the front stretch? They end lap 16. And we are now just under 30 minutes to go. And there you see it. Not going to be able to do anything. That lap car VMR is still in the middle of Jacob and Mac Daddy. We'll have to see how that one plays out. I don't think he's impeding anybody. That's the thing with lap cars. If you can roll with it and you can keep pace, I don't have a problem. You can roll with it as long as you're not impeding that other driver. Butterbean gonna look to the inside here. Is he going to have enough to get it done? There you see it. Monkey's able to hold on to that spot. Coming through that long, long left-hander. Ricky Bobby with a banana in the chat. Ricky Bobby. You missed the yellow lobby, Ricky. Maybe you were in there and you didn't comment, but we're on the green lobby now here. This is GR4 for Monkey Mafia Racing. Monkey Mafia Esports is actually what we're going to change it to, I think. But we are on race number 8 of 10, so 2 more to go after this one. Butterbean just looking to bump, and I think if I remember right, yeah, that one, the second bump kind of pushed me a little deeper than I wanted to be. Nothing he did wrong there. He was trying to bump draft, and I pushed too far into the corner. Some right-handers here. Yeah, they were. That was some good battling here for you, Ricky. That was a heck of a race. It was a bummer it kind of stretched out like it did. I feel like I rode along on this battle a lot last week between Butterbean and Monkey, so These two are definitely turning into rivals here in this racing series. It's been a nose to tail a lot with them. As we see Jacob lost that spot back to Mac. Mac gonna try to hold back onto it. In the meantime, Fuller just opening this thing up. Go back to this. Oh, we see Butterbean. He might have a run at him here. It's closer than the other one, so we'll stay on board with this one. Butterbean not going to have anything to do. And they will continue on. Oh, Butterbean with the power slide, and he's going to go for a spin. Let's jump on board. That was a heck of a slide he just did there. You just get it a little bit loose, a little over braking. Pick up throttle too early, picked it up a little. Oh, he caught that inside curb and then overcorrected and snapped it back into the sand. Rough corner there for Butterbean. And you see Jacob here trying to make a move side by side with Mac Daddy coming through the middle sector of the track. He's going to squeeze around the outside. Like you say, Mac Daddy on some old tires. So Jacob able to make that move for the second position. Now he's going to look to cut that lead down to Fuller. You can see it on the map there. Fuller got a pretty healthy lead. Yeah, Fuller leading, and Fuller and Yoda both were battling it out up front, and then Yoda had an issue and ended up in the sand, which dirtied up the tires and messed up a couple corners. Fuller with the decent lead here, though. Jacob really clear of Mac Daddy now. He's looking to make a pull now. Monkey actually taking a look to get around Mac Daddy, and Mac's going to go down into the pits. Looks like those soft tires are done for. And you see, look at this. Okay, here's a great example. So Jacob pit around the same time I did. He actually has a little more fuel than I do. Look at his softs compared to my mediums. Tell me my car doesn't burn tires. This Genesis is quick, but man, it's a tire burner. So Fuller leading the way here in the Citroen 1-2 right now, with Jacob in the second position. Monkey in third in his Genesis. Butterbean in the Lamborghini holding on to fourth. Your top five rounded out by Mick Lamb right now in the Nissan. C. Fuller or Yoda, not improved Yoda anymore because he is an MMR member now. He's running the sixth position. Mac Daddy, after his pit stop, comes out in seventh, so we'll see how that cycles through as this goes on. Crash and Chris in the 8th spot. Takumi in the 9th spot. So we see here just under half tank for Fuller, about a half tank there, just under half. So yeah, everybody about a half tank right now, so we're about halfway through this stint. We are sitting with, actually, we are at the halfway point as we hit 25 minutes in this thing. So just over halfway here, Fuller leads the way in the Citroen. We stay on board with him. If you look up at the map, you can see why we're just going to stick with the leader, because you know what? These guys are stretched out, and while they're stretched out, I'm going to take a quick break and get a drink. We'll stay on board with Fuller while we do this here. I will be right back, so make sure you stay in here, make sure you share this thing, and let's continue to grow. front, Fuller's still leading the way here. Jacob in second, Monkey in third. Butterbean and McLam going to round out your top 5. Mac Daddy, we'll see where he cycles through after his pit stop. So he kind of cut that stint down in half, and as it plays out, we'll see how that works out for him. If he's able to make it on the same amount of stops, or if he's going to have to take an extra. Don't mind Monkey though, still holding on to that fast lap there. And like I said, kind of boring right now as everybody is stretched out. Jacob trying to catch up. Let's see. We're going to see what the gap is here once they cross the line. Just finishing up lap number 23, closing in on 20 minutes to go. Jacob coming around that final corner. Fuller has just crossed the line, so once Jacob crosses the line, we'll see where Fuller's at on time. 1, 2, 3. So Fuller, about a 9-second lead there. Heck of a run there for that driver. Oh, we see some side-by-side. Butterbean putting VMR a lap down here. Not really side-by-side, but we're going to see some passing done. As Butterbean will... VMR will cut to the inside and back off, I'd imagine. Yeah. As he backs it down. Good job there by him maintaining the speed down the straightaway and just backing off at that point. Gives Butterbean the lap there. Sitting in the 4th position. McLam into the pits there with 21 liters of fuel left. He's going to go to some softs. Nope, he's sticking to those mediums, so we'll see how that one works for him. Fuller on the softs here, leading the way. Really no battles on track unless... Butterbean... Nope, that was just being followed, so... Yeah, we'll get Fuller some more camera time here as he's out in the lead. Healthy lead still going on there. He's averaging those 113s lap after lap, it looks like. Maybe one mistake in there on lap 19. 112.723, that's not even as fast, so he's able to put the times in close to that fast lap of Monkey, but found himself out in the lead and has just been stretching this thing out. So we'll see how this one plays in this last 20 minutes that we have, and what can he do? Can he hold on to that lead? Can he get his first win? Let's go look at these. Actually, we haven't even looked at the points where these guys are at, so let's do that. Back here. Just a second. Let's see. Alright, so air points. So Fuller here in the lead. Fuller, you're in 5th place in the points in his Citroen. He is in a tight battle with about 5 drivers there in that spot. So Fuller looking to complete this and put up the maximum points that he can for the day. Jacob in the 2nd position in points, 2nd place on track. He's trying to chase down Flash. We saw a Flash in the first lobby take the W, so only thing he can do is maintain here if he's able to catch up and take the win. He'll stay equal at the 36-point mark, so looks like Flash is setting himself up to win this thing, but the double points in the final race is going to be the deciding factor, so we'll see how that one plays out for him. Behind that, you got Monkey. Monkey sitting in the 3rd spot on track, 3rd spot on the in the points. He's got Butterbean right on his tail, and you can see there. Look at those tires. Those mediums are just scorched for Monkey, so he's just looking to hold on. And he does give up that spot. Not worth fighting, it looks like. Looked like he just pushed it and let it run out wide and said, we'll live this one another day. So there you go. You see him dropping in there. Monkey sitting in the 3rd spot in points. 30 points back to Queen in 4th, and ahead you got 52 points to Jacob, so he's just looking to maintain that third place in points. In front of him now, Butterbean. Butterbean on the points is going to be down in the 15th position. Late start for him. He hasn't been here for all the races, so 15th, not bad. He's had some pretty good showings going. Mac Daddy new with us. He has one race with us, I believe. Yeah, one race last week. 28 points that he acquired, so he's sitting back in 31st right now, but he'll keep moving up as time goes. Crash and Chris, on the other hand, late joiner as well, sitting at 70 points, 19th, and honestly, right now 19th, and he's tied with VMR, who we see in this race. So, looking to gain that position back from him. Mick Lamb is in the... Gotta find him on here. Hold on just a second. Mick Lamb in the 9th position. So sitting inside the top 10 in points for him. Improved Yoda, or Yoda, is in the 21st position. Tied for that with Boomer. And then VMR, like I said, he is up there tied with Crash and Chris in the 19th position. So we will see how this one plays out. Quick break here. Oops, was muted there again. Sorry, guys. See Monkey into the pit stops there, into the pits, so we'll see how everything cycles for him. You saw those fronts are just torched off on this thing. Does he go back to the mediums? Does he go to softs here? We'll have to see. Looks like he throws the mediums back on there, so... maybe... oh, nope, he did go to the softs. I hate when it does that. And it looks like he comes out in the 5th spot. Chris and McLam right behind him. Will he be able to hold on to that spot? Fresh tires. He'll just have to get those things warmed up and rolling. Looks like he will hold on to that 5th position. So we've seen these two have pit, Mac and Monkey, and they are split by quite a bit. So Fuller's still holding on to that lead. And looks, did Jacob have an issue there? Or did he pit? He pit. So he pit as well. So Butterbean yet to pit. Looking to close in on Fuller. Nothing. I mean, look at how big this lead is for Fuller. Look at the map. He's way back here in the backside, and Butterbean just crossed the line. So that's about a 30-second lead he's got there. So Fuller doing a good job here maintaining lap number 29. We are under 15 minutes to go now after we pass the 35-minute mark. One pit stop each left, I believe. Maybe Mac and Monkey and Jacob still will pit. We'll see how that works out. And there you see it. Fuller coming around the final corner here to finish up lap number 29. And is he, yep, diving down into the pits here. Your leader into the pits. So Butterbean coming around. We'll see what Butterbean does. Is Butterbean going to dive it down into the pits? See, Jacob not too far back behind Butterbean, but has already pit. So we'll stay on board with him and see where he cycles out when Fuller comes back out. He's just heading into the last sector of corners. I don't even know how I'd count that as a corner. Would that be one corner here and then one corner on the left? I guess. I don't know. I don't count corners. We all know that. Jacob coming around here. Butterbean into the pits. Fuller out. Fuller still with a decent lead, though. You can see right there, that's your gap. Butterbean into the pits. We'll see where he cycles out between Mac and Monkey. Sorry about that, grab by deep. Monkey, purple sector there. Got Butterbean right on his tail, though. Butterbean on the softs as well. Monkey didn't take a full thing of fuel, so I am going to say he's going to have to pit one more time. He does hold on to the 4th position right now, so let's go through the field. Fuller leading the way, heading down into turn 1 here. He has led a good chunk of this race after taking the lead over from his kiddo. I call him a kiddo, but I believe he is like 30, 26 I think is what we figured out that Yoda is. So can't really call him a kiddo, but you know, I still call my kids kids, so that's how I roll. But he's leading the way here in the Citroen. He's followed by a Citroen friend here in Jacob. Jacob closing in on him, though. We'll see if he is able to close this thing down here as we close in on, what, about 11 and a half minutes to go now. Mac Daddy doing a good job here. 2nd race with us. Impressive racing so far by Hunted Steel. Mac Daddy, whichever we want to look at. So good run by him here. He's in the 3rd position. Will he hold on for that podium? We'll have to see how this one plays out as we go. Monkey in the 4th position, holding on to that spot over Butterbean. A little bit of confrontation earlier between Butterbean and Monkey, but they worked it out. Did gap them from the field quite a bit, but they are holding on here. We'll see how this plays out between them as this thing closes down. Butterbean, like I said, in the 5th spot, he's just following Monkey at this point, looking to work their way towards the front, trying to gain some of that time back and see how they can play it out. McLeam in the 6th position here. Kind of I'd say he's probably had a lonely race. I haven't seen him too much side by side with him. Kind of maintained this position throughout the race, so we'll see if he's able to gain anything on the rest of them. Or if he might fall into the clutches of Chris. Chris coming around the final corner here in the Corvette. I believe Chris started in the 9th spot. He's heading into the pits, though. We'll see a pit stop from Chris. Behind him, Yoda, or C. Fuller, coming around the final corner. He does not look like he is going to need a pit racing on those mediums. He'll take over that 7th position as he comes around fast in the pits. Takumi in the 9th spot had some rough luck. Finds himself a lap down. And just kind of maintaining, trying to pick up all the points he can as he continues on. So we see Jacob has closed in quite a bit as he's just set the fast lap of 1:12.289 on a fresh set of softs. Fairly fresh set of softs. You can see he's been flirting with those 12s for quite a while. And that shows you the difference. Look at the times over on the right-hand side. The one that's blue is actually not the fast lap. Silly. He looks to set another one. He's really looking to close in. We're going to see if he's going to be able to get this done on Fuller. We're under 10 minutes. Almost 9 minutes to go now. And there we go. Is he going to be able to do it? Got a lap car between him with Chris coming out of the pits now, and he's going to be between them. We'll jump on with Jacob. He is hustling. He is coming for him. Sets a 2:94 on that one. So, like I say, he's busting out those 12s. Putting in some killer lap times. Fuller been running the 13.5, 13.6. So definitely losing about a second a lap. Fuller just trying to hold on to this thing. We are at 8 minutes to go here in just 5 seconds. So 8 minutes to go. We're looking at roughly about 6 laps, I would say, as they come around the halfway point of 34. Like I say, we made 40 laps on the last race, so we'll see if these guys do the same. What kind of race pace do they have? I don't know, but Chris, on the fresh tires, able to keep himself in that position, so we'll see if he can hold on. And he does concede that spot now to Jacob. He's going to go ahead and let the lead lap car by. Jacob going to look to be closing in now. We'll ride along with Jacob and see if he is able to close in. You see it there. He's really tied up behind him. And judging by what we had for... yeah, he's only a second behind. He's gaining about a second a lap, it looked like. So we'll see if he's able to catch him here by the end of this lap. We're looking at probably about 4 or 5 laps to go here. 7 minutes on the clock. And there you see it. Jacob closing in on him. My drone pilot here really killing it, flying out in front of Fuller there. Jacob closing in on him. Right on the tail of him now. Let's see if he can make a move down the front stretch. Can he take the lead here on lap number 35 going into 36? We are down to 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go. He's going to look to the inside. Will Fuller be able to hold him off? We'll jump on actually with Fuller here. Side by side down into turn 1. Fuller a little bit later on the brake. He's going to hold on to that position. Can he keep it from sliding off? Great run there. Holds on to position number 1. So they will live to fight another day here on lap number 36. Jacob definitely got a little bit better pace here than Fuller. Mediums compared to softs, I believe, is the difference. Still some good lap times there on those mediums for Fuller, so. Got it in there. Fuller tried to cut him off, or not cut him off, but block him, and didn't quite have enough to get it done. So Jacob will take over the first position here. Coming around the corner, 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Let's see who's going to bring this thing home. Jacob takes the lead here on lap number 36. Looks to be pulling away, but great run here still for Fuller in the second position. You got Butterbean and Monkey battling it out back here for third and fourth. Let's ride along with Monkey and see if he's able to do anything with Butterbean as they're heading down into the front stretch here. See those softs just burnt up. Butterbean got way fresher softs. Don't think Monkey's going to be able to do anything with him here. And nothing to be done there. Mac too far back of these guys to do anything right now. Right along here with the old Monkey trying to catch Butterbean for the podium spot. I don't think he's going to be able to do it though. The tire difference is way too much. You can see here Monkey's just pushing as hard as he can trying to get to Butterbean. Butterbean, we're going to look from behind. You can see Monkey sliding around back there. The tires are just burnt on that Genesis for Monkey. Butterbean with over half of tires left and looks to have just about a 10th here. Let's see what the last lap times. He's got a 12.8 to a 13.2. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any way he's catching him, so we are going to do this. Let's do it through the field. Jacob leading the way here in the Citroen. Coming through the first sector here on lap number 38, we got just about under 3.5 minutes to go. Behind him, Fuller still stalking him back here in the second position. Now, don't know if he's going to have quite enough to get it done as he's on the mediums compared to the softs, but he is holding tight with him, so we will come back to this here as we close this thing out. Butterbean in the third position, looking to hold on to that final podium spot. He's fighting off Monkey in the fourth position in his Genesis. Mac Daddy in the Lamborghini running in the fifth spot. Mick Lamb running the 6 spots in his Nissan. C. Fuller or Yoda in the 7th spot after being out front early on in this race. Crash and Chris in the 8th spot with Takumi running in the 7th spot. He's got the leader right on his tail. We jump on with that leader, and he will make that pass coming down the front stretch. No harm, no foul there for him. He will continue on. Fuller in the 2nd spot. Fuller a little too far back there. Butterbean and Monkey stretched out pretty far. Everybody else stretched way out, it looks like, so. Oh, actually, Chris and Fuller here. Chris and Yoda, so they're going to battle it out as they have Fuller out in front of them in the 2nd position. Are we seeing a little dad and son working together here? Is he going to give him a toad on the front stretch when they get back around? Doesn't look like Fuller has anything for the leader, so maybe that's what he's going to try to do, is hold on and help the kid. Teamwork without teamwork. Teamwork without teams. And you see it here. See Fuller going to try to hold on to that thing. We'll stay on board with this. The only real position battle on track for 7th and 8th back here, so they are just looking to bring this thing home. Chris going to look to set this corner up, get a run down the front stretch. Corvette versus Corvette. I just noticed that. A little wide there on that corner. No harm, no foul. He continues on. He's looking to gain the advantage with the slipstream. But the slipstream from Fuller up in front of Yoda is going to help him. And he will maintain that 7th position here. So we are down to just over a minute to go. Your leader just took halfway around, 1 minute. He may get another lap in, may not. We'll see. Chris, though, he's looking on the outside, heading down into turn number 3. As they come through 4 and 5, he's going to look to do it again. VMR getting lapped again by Fuller, so he's looking to hold on. Just getting through the end of this race. Chris not able to do anything. Runs a little wide there, gets in the grass. He's going to lose a little bit of time there, probably a 10th or 2. And you can see it here. They dive down into the long left-hander. Pushes out. The Corvette's really fighting each other here. He's going to be able to get him here down the front stretch. VMR will hold his line around the outside here. And there you go, Chris. They get around the lap car of Takumi. And looks like Yoda is going to get a little bit better of a jump. And they have finished the race as they cross there. So let's jump back up front here with Jacob. I don't think there's any battles otherwise. So we will ride along with Jacob on his final lap here. And Butterbean across the line. So Jacob does get an extra lap on what the yellow lobby did, as well as Fuller, so they're on lap 41, so we did sneak an extra lap in here. Made good race time, it looks like. Jacob coming through the middle sector now. A couple more corners, and he'll be on that front stretch, looking for the W. I believe, is this his first win? Let's look here. Let's pull up our stats. Stats. So let's see. Jacob, 4 podiums in 7 races. Does not have a win. He takes his first win across the line. Fuller in the 2nd position. I believe that's Fuller's first podium. Nope, 2nd podium for Fuller after last week's 3rd position. After that, you had Butterbean, Monkey, and Mac Daddy rounds out your top 5. Mick Lamb, Fuller, Crash and Chris, and Takumi rounds out your field. That's going to be the green lobby today. I will have the points figured here in just a moment, and we'll get those posted yet today. So I will have those up, and we are back tomorrow racing. Nürburgring Sprint Race, 50 minutes. Hopefully we have a big field again. Let's look and see what our check-ins look like right now. I know we were at 16. Yep, we're at 16 right now. So right now we have a full lobby. Hopefully we can get some more checked in before we roll and run a couple lobbies again. Either way, the other thing, we are running a fun race tonight. If you want to be part of it, just let me know. We're going to run some go-kart races tonight. They had the go-karts on the daily races last week, and now everybody said they wanted to do them, so we'll see what kind of turnout we get. I won't be running any like broadcast or anything like that. I'll stream my view, but I won't be doing any commentary or anything like on it. But should be a fun night of racing. And like I say, I am the monkey for Monkey Mafia Productions here, running the yellow and green lobbies for MMR GR4 season number 1 for these guys. 2 races to go now heading into tomorrow. We'll see how this thing plays out. Flash is your points leader. So we will see you next week. And I thank you everybody for joining. More than likely I will run your streams on Thursday for these 2 lobbies. So we'll a couple days away and we'll get you rolling. As always, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Share this video or the channel with your friends, your family. Get them in here cheering for you when you can. Always a good time. I appreciate everybody who joins. I appreciate everybody who's been part of the league. And with that, I am going to be out of here. So you guys have a great day, and we will see you on track tomorrow.